Emo Social Club. We are out here. It's Brian.
And it's Lizzie. We're live at Riot Fest in the press tent, and we're here with the one and the only cliffdiver. How are you guys today?
So good.
You crushed, awesome. Yeah, you crushed your set already.
Yeah.
Also, the neon, like, it was very visible. It was high visual.
Thank you. You know,
bright green.
I realized it when we were walking on stage, and I was like, yeah,
Like,
okay. Okay. Look at us.
That's how we work together so well. We're
That
working together.
is-
We don't know we're working together.
We talked to so many bands, and one of the things that, like, I've always struggled with is, like, dude, how do you get along with so many people for so long doing shit that, like, is emotional, and then you also, like, have to just deal with people being people? But you guys are just like, no, we showed up, and we're wearing the same color for our show. It's amazing.
It's true. I would say cliffdiver's just kind of like that. It's not like any. It's a family,
Oh, yeah.
you know, where like I feel like people say that, but it's very much the case, especially because there's 7 of us. I feel like 4 people in a band, you can all ditch each other at some point and be
Then, like,
alone.
8 with a merch guy, 9 with a photographer, all in one van.
Yeah.
Oh
There
my
you
God.
go.
Yeah, so we have the family dynamic down very, very well.
But we've had to learn how to communicate with each other for sure.
Yes.
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 And that's the thing. We'll be like, all right, sorry, I told you I hoped you fell in traffic. Didn't mean that. I was just very frustrated because I said I was going to lay on that bench.
And you took that bench
But
from
Right.
it's great. It
me.
makes us all have to be.
And then everyone
versions
gets
of
cookies for
ourselves.
apologizing
Yeah,
and making
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and it's
We're
like,
all
let's all get
working.
ice
That was really good
cream.
of you. Way to say.
Let's
say
get
you're
ice
sorry.
cream.
Way to say,
Yeah.
Because, like, you could be just the passive-aggressive type and just be like, oh, cool, I see you on the bench, all right.
I mean, it might be the case for about 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Every, you know, there's
We're all,
usually
we're all
at least
people,
one
you
or
know.
2 packs.
Yeah, I mean, like, we gotta wake up early
Yeah,
a
just
lot,
tired, dude.
so.
No, I'm
Just
gonna.
tell
I'll just drive. You know what? I'll drive.
You know, it's
I got
fine.
it.
don't worry,
I'll
don't
drive
worry.
today.
It's fine.
Just get in the just get in the van.
Yeah, just get in the
We've
van.
been at this combination Subway Taco Bell for an hour and a half. There's nothing else to see. We got 7 more hours to drive. Get in the van, please.
I'm begging.
I'm literally begging.
That was an exact transcript.
Like herding cats.
Yeah. Oh, always, always. 7 cats at a combination Taco Bell Pizza
7
Hut.
cool cats at the combination
Yeah.
Pizza Hut
7
Taco Bell.
cats who all think that we are the absolute authority on whatever we think is our
Oh
opinion.
my God.
Which is,
This sounds like you can make a really fun like ska song, but it turns into a theme song by accident, and it's just for like a random like cartoon show.
Oh my God.
that is cliffdiver.
That's exactly
You
right.
get us.
Nailed it.
I feel seen. for
Nailed
sure.
it.
We got this idea for a
Perfect.
band. It's like theme songs, but it's ska.
But
and
it's
we're
ska.
a band. and
For
there's no show.
multitudes.
Nailed
And
it.
there's no show.
We could do ska theme songs.
Oh, yeah,
so hit
all
us
day.
up if you want us to make you a ska
Yeah, yeah.
Look at this. See, enterprising.
We'll
This one.
sell some cars or whatever. I don't know. We'll
Cliffdiver
work on it.
Enterprises.
You can't get it without paying, so.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you can follow in the footsteps of Bowling for Soup, who you did just open for over this summer. I
Yes.
mean, they did Phineas and Ferb. I mean, you guys could do whatever.
Let me
whatever
tell
I was
you.
just
cartoon
about
shows
to
next.
say
Kids
that.
went
Like,
crazy every
Oh, I went
night.
crazy. What are you
I
talking
went
about?
crazy
I went
every
crazy.
night.
Every
Every
night
night.
people would lose their mind, and it was so cool. I was like,
especially
yeah.
because Jarrett would start off with something like, bet you guys want us to play the theme song, and we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, they
Like,
just
yes.
Guy.
fly into it.
Guy knows how to get people interested.
They are
Yes.
some of the best, kindest people. Them and Les and Jake were just like the perfect example. Our first big tour, right? Opening for like big bands.
Yeah.
And they were just so like calm and humble and kind and funny and
And worried about us. It
Yeah.
wasn't even like, oh, these are our openers. It was like, it's very much baby bird under the wing, kind of every night. What do you guys need? Hey,
Yeah.
that show was great. They'd come out and watch our sets. So we've kind of become friends with our heroes over that tour.
That's
so it's
insane.
been
which is
That's
wild.
awesome.
It's wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
And it shows
Yeah.
us the example of like who we want to be as a band when we take other bands down the road.
Yes.
Like we want it to be this fun family thing. There's no reason for ego. If
Absolutely.
Les and Jake and Bowling for Soup don't have egos, then I will be darned if Cliffdiver has
Yeah.
an ego.
Yeah,
You could do it for
absolutely.
20 years and be the nicest people, or you could do it for like 10 years and just be dicks.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go
Come
with
on,
the 20
man.
years and just be kind to people. That's what we try and do.
Yeah, there is like that like turning point, I think, in fame or notoriety, you know,
It's
fame
true.
being like a more insular thing within our scene, but also like, yeah, like come on, man. You're not that cool, you know?
I mean, no one's that cool,
No one is
especially
that
not
cool.
us. Like we
No.
tell people all the time, like the first night of tour, I just hear like, "Hey, how was everything tonight?" behind me, and I turn around, it's Krista Makes from Bless and Jake.
Yeah.
And it scared the shit out of me. I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that to be you know, but hi, you know, and just kind of checking on us every single night. They were so
Yeah.
proactive.
Yeah,
And
we're not cool. We're parents.
And I was like, I'd really
fans,
like to be chill with you right
Yeah.
now. But I saw Les and Jake the first time when I was like 13, and tonight was our first night opening for you. We are not chill people. We are not cool.
Having
We
a
are gonna
today.
geek out. Yeah.
With Adam Lazario, right? Like,
Oh my God,
like
yeah.
Where You
I
Want to
was-
Be is my favorite album of all time. It is the
Yeah.
reason I do this. And like we've been kind of texting back and forth, not texting, but like our
Tweeting at
bands,
them,
like
yeah.
because we're on tour because we
But
play
it's like
Grid
you
Life
are
with them.
texting.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hey, I'm Joey from Cliffdiver. He's like, oh yeah, we've been having that fun interaction. I was like, Adam Lazario knows.
even aware.
Not
Even
only
aware.
knows who I am, but knows my
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
And like I cried. Like later, not in front
Yeah.
of Adam.
Right.
But I was gonna be cool, and then I went, I just gotta tell you that you mean everything to me, and I'm the biggest fan. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. It's like meeting David Bowie,
We're
man.
gonna get
You're
kicked
the
out of
coolest-
backstage
you're
of
the
every
coolest-
festival
I'm so sorry.
we're
I'm so
brought
Just
up.
sorry.
For a while.
Sorry.
Hey.
Yeah. Like, oh,
can't do
Cliff
it.
Diver's asking for autographs again.
Fuck
Somebody
you.
go get
Like,
them.
get 'em out of
Get the
here.
100%.
bumpkins out of here.
They just a couple days ago they had Joe Troman of Fall Out Boy doing book signing.
Oh, cool.
At like literally down the street from my house. So I went, and everyone's like, "Lizzie, you interview bands and celebrities all the time." I'm like, "Yo, I'm freaking out right now."
Yes,
I'm freaking out.
I know.
And then I was like, "Hey, my dad torrented 'Take This to Your Grave' when I was 8 years old and put it on my iPod, and you're my favorite band." I started crying.
Hi, Joe Troman. I stole from you.
Yes.
I didn't. My dad did.
Hey,
I'm
my
Lizzie
dad
the Thief.
totally robbed you. I'm a big fan.
I torrented all your
Yeah,
shit,
dude.
dude. Big fan.
You know what? It sounds better when you can only get it at 240p off LimeWire.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a real experience.
Especially if
Right.
you want the Limp Bizkit remix, you have to get it
Yeah.
from Livewire.
Yeah,
So true.
I Googled, don't ask me why, I Googled Stacy's mom the other day and it still came up Bowling for Soup. And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Especially because that's amazing. And like I don't know how to feel about it because Fountains of Wayne was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like that song was great.
Yeah.
But that first album, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Fountains of Wayne was so good.
But people
But
would
yeah,
yell at
the-
Bowling for Soup. They're like, Stacy's mom! And he's like,
We're just
They're like,
backstage
"That's
like,
our
Dude.
song."
I heard somebody going flavor of the week. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
American Hi-Fi.
Oh my
Not
God,
even-
that's like a
not
whole
even
different
close.
band.
To be the band that everybody associates all of those like movie pop punk songs
Kinda
with
dope.
immediately, kind of
that's
awesome.
our goal. We need
Kinda
a
dope.
new series
I want
of...
somebody yelling, make damn sure in
Yeah.
our show, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if it's TV themes,
Yeah.
it'll be like step by step.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, give us the
Family
Mazzios.
Matters.
Do the Pizza Hut song. We're like, yeah.
You got it.
Now, have you heard any of your band? So this is something that my friends and I, we have a joke about. It's like, if you yell at a band, play this song, insert whatever song for whatever band you're saying, you cowards, will you play it if they call you cowards? Because
No.
it's a little bit of a
We're
challenge.
not that talented.
Oh, I would. I'm 100%
yeah.
motivated by someone calling me a
Okay.
coward. I'd
I'll
figure it
do
out.
it
We'd have a
immediately,
meeting
I'm lying.
backstage, and
Yeah.
I'd bring them all back out and be like, "This is for the asshole."
We're trying now.
Come
We're
for
trying to
me,
be
call
more
me
grown people,
yellow.
but yeah, yeah.
Nope.
No. I'll
It's
do
happened
whatever.
before.
It's true.
It's happened
And
before.
I'll
yeah.
sing it for like half a second. Bree will sing
Yeah.
it for half a second. We'll be like, you gotta pay extra for that one.
Now it's extra.
That comes with the Patreon.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Follow
Yeah,
me
we
on
just-
Patreon. I'll sing it a cappella for you every time.
Just
Oh,
shake a
absolutely.
tip jar at the front and be like, maybe we'll do it. I don't know.
mean,
What's
you
it
know,
worth to you?
I don't know.
That's a good idea. You got to be thinking.
We do have mortgages after all.
Something like that.
Speaking of like bands, like obviously like we're at a fest. There's a lot of people around. I'm freaking out because of this. Like, how does it feel to be around like all of these? Like, you guys are getting some notoriety. You're on Riot Fest. You're doing the shit. How does it feel to like be around? It's true. It's happening. It's real. I believe it.
I didn't believe
My
it till
brain's
you
like,
said
I
it
don't
just
believe
then.
you,
You
so-
said it just now, and I'm
You are-
just imposter syndrome.
Yeah, my
no,
brain's like, no, dude, not you though.
Standing back here, I was like, oh.
The rest of the
I
band
should
maybe,
talk to
but not
any
you, dude.
people. No one should talk to me. It's ridiculous. But obviously, like you have the opportunity to like meet new people and people that like have inspired you. Is there anybody that like still freaks you out?
Like I met Dan from Wonder Years,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, he was talking to somebody else, and I was like, hey, I don't want to be this guy. But I gotta tell you, your music means a lot to me. I'm Joey. I'm in a band called Cliffdiver, and he goes, yeah, I was listening to you guys not too long ago, and I went,
Oh.
Excuse
And
me.
I just
my inner side.
I just
Sir.
froze, and I was like, "Yeah, your music saved my life, man. I just couldn't do this without you, and I love you so much."
My
and I'm just
spleen
like,
exploded.
"Get it
I have
together,
to
Duffy. Get it together." Just be like, "Yeah, dude, cool, man. What was your favorite? What was your favorite track from the album, bro?"
Hey, you want to hop on a track?
Yeah, you
know,
want a
maybe?
feature or whatever,
You
man? I
wanna
guess.
That'd be pretty
How much
sick.
did you like it? Like, you trying to get in? Like, I got questions. No, we opened for the Descendants in Omaha
That's
last
sick.
night on our way up here. And that for me, that was wild. Like, we were sitting there hanging out with Stephen Egerton, and he lives in Tulsa, but I've never gotten to meet him. And so that was really cool. And then, like, Milo comes
where we're
over,
from.
and
Tulsa.
he's just like, "I'm Milo," and I'm like, "I know."
Yeah. After
Like,
the set.
nice to meet you.
He's like, "Yeah,
Like,
I'm Milo," and we're
that
I'm like,
was
You're
that.
like, me, Milo?
Yes, I know. I'm like,
this one-
I've seen your face a lot on a lot of my shirts. Like,
and then we
congratulations
saw him
on
at
that.
the catering earlier, and it was weird to be able to walk up to the Descendants and just be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Look at my shirt.
Hey,
We're friends."
They're like, "Hey, Cliff Diver."
and they're like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, no, bananas.
See you later.
I will never get used to that. I
No.
fangirl over everybody.
It's an honor. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is. Like, what Cliff Diver is a bunch of like super fans of music. Like
Yeah.
music, especially like emo music and stuff. Like, as a kid who didn't know he had bipolar disorder till he was 24, 13 through 18
Yeah.
was a freaking roller coaster. And since his fail, Taking Back Sunday,
Yeah.
Blink-182, like My Kim, like they all saved my life. And
Yeah.
for us to be able
Yeah.
to like do that with other people and then meet our heroes while we're doing it, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't believe I almost stopped living several times
Yeah.
on purpose.
Honestly.
And now I just was
You're just
shaking hands with Adam, sorry. Yeah. It's like, keep going, dude. That's what emo music is. It's like that scream against our depression going, screw you, man. I get it, but like today's a good day and you're gonna hate it. So I love it. That's what we're trying to write for LP2 is just like that, you know what? This is spiteful positivity.
Yeah.
You know, that's what fuels all of us,
Yeah.
really, at the end of the day.
My depression's like, you should go die. And I'm like, you see that tree over there?
Yeah.
I think it's really pretty. And it's making me have a good day. How do you like that? You should have killed me 6 years ago, you coward.
Yes.
Yeah, you missed your shot. I quit drinking now, too. So it's like, you don't stand a chance to it.
Yeah.
Like, you missed it. Now you got to look at all these trees. Look at that squirrel. What's up?
Yeah.
We're going to go
If you
sing
have to
some
succeed
songs.
out of spite, but you still succeed,
Yeah.
fine.
That's what matters.
But
Yeah,
then you get
exactly.
to turn that into hope and love. And it's
Yeah.
like, emo, I think, also represents that moment of clarity for all of us where you get to feel those heavy feelings but know that you're not alone. And at least one other person, like Buddy for me always growing up since Fail, like he got it in my brain how it felt. And just having those moments like today, people I've never seen before knew every word to like our songs and it was like that meant something. And I was like,
What?
it's the best. I mean, this is the coolest. It's Riot Fest.
I know.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it's Riot Fest.
See, it's like we were saying, like 20 years you can be the coolest person. 10 years you're like, I'm too cool. But there's also that side of it's like, we're just doing this for the first time, and now we're like, just like having every single enjoyable moment of it.
Yes.
From start to finish.
Yes. It's so that moment. Like, it's every second of today, I feel like is going to be embedded in my brain forever. Like every second of that Bowling for Soup Less Than Jake tour, like these little validations within these opportunities, and then making good on those opportunities, like showing up to Riot Fest and going hard at 1:15 in the afternoon to whoever will take a chance and show up. Who hasn't
Bree
heard
and
of
I
us.
were both sick last week, and like
Drove through the night from Omaha. Like
Oh my
that's
God.
just what it is. And so I'm so grateful to be in that position because it's never gonna be like this. We're never gonna have a first Riot Fest again.
Yeah.
We're never gonna like be surprised by our crowd. I mean, hopefully we'll be surprised by
Well, I
our crowd
hope
at
so.
Riot Fest forever.
You'll be surprised.
But like that moment, it's just, all of these firsts right now
Yeah.
is we are definitely trying to soak that up and just sort of remain in that sort of humble, like grateful place, because that's the best place to be because it keeps you so present. If you're so grateful for it,
you
stay
know the
grateful.
bad days are coming, but it's like, but I'm gonna soak in
But
every
today
second.
is a damn good,
And it's a good day.
day.
It's a good day. It's a beautiful thing, and we're just happy. We're thrilled, and like can't wait to do it again. Like,
Hell yeah.
we turned to our manager, go, we're a real band now. He's like, you've been a real band, and I was like, no.
We
now
say
I
that a
validate
lot,
it.
to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
fair.
I said that to him like 25 times. Like, Joe, we're a real band now. He's like,
It's
you
like
are.
that's the ratcheting. Though.
Oh, we had
Every
a
time
song hit
something
a
new
million
happens.
streams today too.
Yo.
Our first
Oh
million.
my God.
Yeah, and so I was like, I
Lost
think
in
we're a real
IKEA.
band.
So like today's a day.
Yeah.
Today's
Today's
Holy
a day.
shit.
If you could see videos of our first show with me just like
Oh no.
to today.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't look on the internet. They're not
Post
there.
it. Don't look
Post
on
it
the
on
internet.
YouTube again.
They're not on YouTube.
Don't Google that.
Before we go, is there anything you want to promote, shout out? Obviously, like, just everybody should listen to you guys because you're
Yeah.
amazing. But
Where
is
they
there-
catch you next on tour?
Yeah, so we are headed out next month. We're going with Michael Sarah Palin, Forever Came Calling, Mint Green, and Ben Quad.
Our Oklahoma homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're headed down to Fest in Gainesville in October and then back. So we're really excited about that. There's gonna be a lot of locals on every
Yeah.
show too. So we always love that and getting to see our homies in other cities on the way down.
Hell yeah.
And you can find all those tour dates and stuff on like Twitter, our Twitter and Instagram, which is cliffdiver OK. And after you listen to music, you'll be thinking, yeah, Cliffdiver awesome or Cliffdiver pretty okay, but for the sake of
fine.
social media,
Cliffdiver fine.
Cliffdiver, I guess, you know,
Cliffdiver, okay.
but
Cliffdiver,
Cliffdiver
okay.
okay,
Alright.
and then you can find it
Cliffdiver,
all. Keep up
okay.
with us, and
Yeah.
because we're trying to make all the friends we can. Like
Yeah.
we're parents, not together, but we're
Like
separate
separately.
parents, and
I clarified that once, and now he'll clarify it all the time.
Because
He's just
I didn't
"We're
realize-
parents," and I was like, not together.
I
and
didn't
so every
realize the
time-
connotation
No, it's
until
okay. We get
then.
people are like, oh, you're together. I'm like, no. We're
Because someone
friends.
came up
We're
to me and
just chill.
was like, how long y'all been married? And I'm like,
Oh no.
that's like my sister, dude. This isn't the even though we have the blonde hair, we are not Targaryens, so there's none
no
of that.
bloodline to preserve.
No blood.
No
like,
nothing
Oh my
to.
God.
But yeah,
So-
so we just came out with our first album in May, Exercise Your Demons
Yeah.
on Side One Dummy. We're recording new music before
Yeah.
the end of the year, so we have that coming out. The first headliner in October, and a whole lot more hopefully.
We're gonna be everywhere
Coming
next
up.
year,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
we want to
yeah.
meet everybody.
You're going to be impossible to ignore.
I hope so.
I bet.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
how
I
annoying
can,
I
then
want
I can look at
Yeah,
my English
impossible to
teacher from high
ignore.
school and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I talk too much, never get paid for it, never
he's-
get paid to talk.
he's gonna be
Yeah,
front
What's
row.
up?
Fun
What's
now.
up?
He's going to
What's
be front
up?
row, like, I'm sorry.
What's up?
Again,
My
the
bad.
What's up,
spite.
Janet? What's up,
Exactly.
The
Janet?
spite.
Just gotta.
What's up, Janet?
Succeed, if you succeed
Janet?
because of spite, that's fine. That's fine.
But Cliffdiver loves you. Thank you for having us. Like
guys.
we love you guys. Like emo forever.
Absolutely.
They called me Hot Topic in high school. You know, like emo forever. They did. It was really embarrassing. I had "Back Off, I Bite" written in
They called me
whiteout on my
Spike
backpack.
because I had a
God.
bunch of piercings.
Oh my God.
Club. We're here live at Riot Fest on the last day, and you also opened up today, the last day.
I did. It was super early, but it's all
Yeah.
good.
Is it easier or harder going early in the day?
This was my first major festival.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
So I was excited to be a part of anything. But yeah, it was good. We got a full sound check because we were the first band. So
Yeah.
that was kind of nice.
See, that could be easier.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I know I'm going to sound okay. Every
Yeah.
other band has to guess. And it was good. It was a good set. It was
Fantastic.
good. Yeah. People were there.
a lot of
People were
fun.
hyped.
People really liked it. Sounded really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't really ask for much more.
Yeah.
Have you been here all weekend, or was
Yeah, we came
here?
from ICANN. I had to see
sick.
them. I saw them a couple weeks ago, and I was like, we gotta go. Friday.
Just keep you in there.
Yeah.
Now, which set list did you get, and what outfit did you get? From
I saw them in the cheerleader outfit.
Love that for you.
Yes, I was in Nashville. And the set list here was so much better.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I'm trying not to get spoilers. You know, I was like, I want to see it here, but now I'm like, okay, I can like, it's like I've seen the movie, so now I can like go on YouTube and see like whatever
Yeah.
they've done, and I'm like, yeah, I do think our set list here was real good,
The line
real
is-
strong. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have cancer originally. That was a last minute act.
Yeah.
What a wild way to end your set. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be an encore or something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, they're pretty strict with encores and such like
Yeah.
that because they want everyone out of here. It's fair. I get it.
Yep.
That was crazy. Were you like, would you get to like be in like a VIP area or anything?
I was in the artist part.
Okay.
So I didn't get to see any of the people getting crushed or anything
Yeah.
that Jerome was talking about. I saw it on Twitter the day after, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. That's not good.
Yeah.
People with like broken legs and stuff.
Yeah. I don't get it, but
Mike M did a good job
Yeah, I
telling
think.
everybody to stop.
Yeah, that was like probably the best thing to have because I was your barricade and it was getting a little shicey with some. There was a lot of people though who were up front who it was very apparent like they've never been to like a music fest before, like this or like a art show or anything. So there was also kind of like that going down too. So
Yeah.
as your first major festival, it's kind of I mean, like, I guess everybody has to have their first, right? But I'm always just like, oh yeah, you must have played like another fest before coming to Riot Fest, because I never feel like Riot Fest gets a lot of like first time. But like, I don't know, is it like, how does it feel to be out of a venue and into the hot sun?
Dude, I was like, I got up there and I saw the stage and I was like, oh my god, like this is crazy. Like we used to play in like clubs and stuff like that. Like we just did a little tour and we got up on stage and the sound guys are so professional and we were like, okay, fine, this is fine. Like this is like super weird. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck because we have to go back to our day jobs on Tuesday.
Yeah, true. We've been kind of like, man, this is a weird office for the weekend, and then it's like, all right, back to Zoom.
Yeah.
Like, never see another person again.
Too much Zoom. Yeah, no, we're excited. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
and then I also saw that back in July you were featured on like Amazon Music's one of their playlists.
Yeah.
Can you like just talk a bit more about that because that's really cool.
Yeah, no, we got a DM from the guy who curates the rock playlist, and he's like, your song's performing really, really well, and we're gonna make you the cover and put it #1.
Hell yeah.
And we were like, okay, that's cool. So that was this year we're kind of checking off like a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
First festival, first tour, first playlist cover, and hoping that it grows. So yeah, that was really cool.
I thought you were going to say, we got a DM from Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos DM me.
Like imagine he just said, "Hey Festie, I gotta be real with you. I'm really bopping to it. This is on the playlist." It's like how Obama every year is like, "This is my workout playlist." That's on just Bezos' playlist.
Ooh, how do we get Reece Young on Obama's yearly
I
playlist?
thought that same question of myself many times.
I feel like you should just have like a music submission, like a separate like email, and it's like a whole bit. But actually, he enjoys other music.
It would be so cool to be on Obama's thing. That'd be sick.
Right?
I'm looking for new music.
Barack,
Send me
if
some
you're watching.
suggestions. Barack around the clock.
Oh my god.
Like, look, I do think it'd be pretty sick if Barack Obama just like picked like small artists and just like said like, you know, for the scene, for the
scene.
culture.
For the culture.
Yeah.
The risers.
Heard Riot Fest doing really good. We're gonna have some artists on our playlist. It's gonna be really fun. Love those guys. Love that fest.
So, how has a lot of your music been like developed? Because you are such a newer artist, I think it's good to also like talk about that a little bit more so people can get like more familiar with you.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while now. I guess I got good recently. I don't know. But I got on a Spotify playlist on New Noise with one of the things I did independently. And then the label that I'm on now found me and we're like, let's get you going. So we're putting out the EP, our first EP with them next month. And then,
Hell yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll see where it goes.
What should we expect?
Just,
I always say that like it's a threat. It's like it's like, hey, I just want to be really prepared when I finally listen to it. Like, what should I expect?
Cool. It's like 21 Pilots meets Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
You just
stuff like that.
Yeah, you just said something that immediately appealed to me.
Yep.
You acquired
my
me.
two favorite bands.
Yeah. Okay.
Ollie, if
Perfect.
you're watching,
Ollie, bring Reece Young on tour.
please.
Put Reece Young on your playlist.
One day.
Obama.
Obama, bring me
It's
the
a full
horizon.
circle.
Obama, bring me the horizon. I'll be.
Dude.
Oh my god.
New tour. New tour just
Obama at
dropped.
the next Bring Me the Horizon malt
Also, yeah.
with Reece Young.
That'd be sick.
That would be. It is kind of crazy. Like, I've always thought that like artists. I was in a band a long time ago, and there was like this idea among a couple of the guys in the band that it's just like, yeah, if our music is good, like we'll get discovered. And this is, I mean, MySpace was still around. I'm 104 years old, so this is telling you that. But it's like, yeah, you have to like make good music, and that's how it is. And I'm like, you still have to like do the work. You still have to be out there. You still have to play shows and all that. And I do think that there's like a little bit of a shift where
good music by newer artists is still rising to the top. Like there's still an opportunity for somebody who just makes good music, you know, on a laptop in their bedroom or like in a studio that they built themselves, like can put music out in it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard to get on the Spotify stuff. I could say that. It took me a long time, and we ended up working out. So, but yeah, no, it's a grind, and I'm still have a day job. So.
Do you think that like Spotify is the main like thing? Like, I'm assuming it's like TikTok and.
I don't do that.
You don't do TikTok.
You don't do TikTok.
Yo,
Oh,
okay.
okay. So you're one of the first artists I feel that doesn't have a TikTok and is not playing around with the idea.
I fucking hate it. I think it's just, I mean, like, there's some cool artists that have come out of there, but I feel like the majority, I don't know. I know it's like a great tool and everything, but I think it's taken away a lot from what music should be.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it this way, you know, coming up this way and doing it that way.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
The Spotify playlist rather than the algorithm on TikTok.
And doing only covers and that's it.
Yeah, no one's like originals go viral. It's always like something crazy. So
It seems like it's hard to transition your audience from there too.
Yeah,
like
it is.
I liked you from
It's
TikTok.
like 10% of your audience. Like a bunch of my friends do it too.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, like a lot of my followers are just ones I already had and stuff like that. So unless you're like superstar on there, like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm the way I'm trying to do it is through collabs. So the next couple songs I have coming out are with really cool artists that I'm excited about. Who have bigger monthly listeners than I do, so I'm gonna try and like.
Yep.
Can you drop any hints to?
Oh yeah, Palisades. They're signed to Riot Fest.
Oh really?
Fuck yeah.
They're on the next single. It comes out Friday.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
The one that follows is Skate. He was on Atlantic Records for a second, and he has a couple 100,000. And then the first single on the next EP I did with Aaron from Under Oath.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck
shit,
yeah. Hell yeah.
So
That's a good line.
we're working. I'm trying to like work our way up that way.
Yeah.
So.
I think the collab is like the way to go though. Because
Yeah.
you're gonna work with so many cool people and get like a lot of different diverse sounds.
Yeah.
And you see that happening
In the rock scene too, which traditionally has never done that.
No, yeah, I wanna just keep meeting cool people and keep making cool stuff. And
Yeah.
Not do the cringy TikTok thing.
Sure.
Staring into a camera with a mic. Not for me.
Different than this.
Yeah, not for me.
It's also something like, I mean, you said Bring Me the Horizon. It's like Bring Me the Horizon really like kind of gravitated towards that too. Like, oh, we're just gonna like hang out with all of our friends and like have awesome artists on our songs. And
Yeah, that's what they did on the last EP. It
Yeah.
was like just a bunch of people that
incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I don't think I would. I was already listening to Baby Metal because I'm like, that's just an incredible band. But I'm like, yeah, maybe I should check out Youngblood. I finally like have
Did you
him.
see
Like,
him yesterday?
yeah, it was.
He's good.
So I loved it. I had a great time. I thought it was full of energy. I was like, there are a lot of bands that don't put this much energy into their set. I did think that it was like, it started like really cringy, and then it got so cringy that it came back around and not being
Really? I
cringy
didn't get to
anymore.
see him.
Really?
It was kind of funny, but like, I think that there's a lot of pretension in rock. There's a lot of people who are like, no, we're like a rock band, like we play our instruments, we're all this. It's like, dude, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And Youngblood was just like, no, I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy it. We're just going to party and having a time. And I'm like,
That's the point. That's what you got.
yeah. And that's what people are going to get drawn into any style of music.
Yeah.
If you do fun shit.
Yeah, if you have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want people to listen and be like, that kid seemed nice. I'm like, hang out with him. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That too.
Yeah.
We have a rule. We only stand nice people.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I hope I make the list.
Yes, we do.
You're on the list.
Everyone we've interviewed this weekend has been absolutely fantastically nice people.
So nice.
And it makes us so happy
Very
that everyone
fortunate.
is so nice.
So good. It's
The teams we work with, our mutual teams that we.
Yeah, that we
The reason we're
collaborate
sitting
with.
here today is
Yeah.
like, yeah, we know that they always work with nice people too. So
Hell yeah.
we try to.
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day with Cliffdiver, saying like, the newer bands are all very nice because it's like, yeah, we're here, we're with our heroes, we're seeing this shit for the first time, this is incredible. And then it's like the people who've been doing it for 20 years are like, yeah, we're gonna take you under our wing. They're also super nice. It's really that like middle ground of like 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. That's like, yeah, like we're special, we're like hot shit. It's like, yeah, no, you should just be nice.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. No. Yeah, being nice is key.
Yeah.
I mean, just be a nice person. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's literally like the number one rule of just like the media industry is
Yeah.
like be nice.
If you're a dick, I don't want to be your friend.
Literally, it's like if you're a dick, I'm like, don't talk to me. You're not gonna hear me.
Yeah.
You have bad energy.
Yeah, I hate it.
Has there been any artists you've been able to run into this weekend that you're like, holy shit?
I love Paris.
Okay.
I'm meeting her later.
Okay,
Oh,
fuck
dude,
yeah.
that's awesome.
After their set, I'm gonna probably geek out.
Yeah.
And be like, dude, I fucking loved it for so long.
Just want to let you know.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I love that band.
Yeah. They seem nice.
And the fact that they're finally coming back after a really long time of just like.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna put a new record out soon. They're playing shows and.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited.
Timing is right.
Yeah.
All these.
Paramore's coming back.
I know the new single on the 28th.
New record soon too, probably. So.
We're gonna turn our interview with you and do promo for Paramore
Love it.
because they need it. You know?
Well, here's the thing. We tried to get Paramore tickets here in Chicago, and we tried 3 different days. Scalpers. As soon as I got into the general pre-sale after like 20 minutes, all was left was resale.
Are they playing like a smaller club?
It's Chicago Theater, which is it's more of like it's a theater. It's not like a venue. It's weird that they're playing
Sounds like
there.
them.
I'm like, how am I supposed to jump up and down to anything off Riot if there's chairs?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna jump on the chairs. It's a nice place. It's a nice theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's awesome that like there's a lot of artists that get to meet like all different varieties and
It's cool. I really feel like we're next up.
Yeah.
They're so respectful. They're like, dude, you're so good. Like, we really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I was like, really? I don't really. And it's just cool. It's cool. It's definitely cool.
yeah, it seems like artists like older artists are also like I want to like hang out with these new bands and see these new people and
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got another minute here. I want to give you a chance to like shout out, the records or the song's coming out Friday.
Yeah.
It'll be out by the time this is out. So
Cool.
you can shout out where to listen to that, what it's called, all the good stuff
Song's
about that,
called
and
Pressure, featuring Palisades. Stream it.
stream it.
Not on TikTok.
Check it out.
Hell
on
yeah!
TikTok.
Check it out on
Thanks,
Spotify.
man.
Well, Reece, thank you so much for hanging out
Thanks,
with
guys.
us.
You were great. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah! Emo Social Club. We're here with Dan Soupy Campbell of the Wonder Years. Do you still go by Soupy? Is that like still a thing?
You know, I have a weird relationship with names.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know that sounds like a stupid sentence, right? But like, so my family called me Danny when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I was. And but then when I got to like elementary school, people started with Soupy, which is not my name, but I never had any problem with
Yeah.
it. It's just like I don't know, I don't feel like it like identifies me, I
Yeah.
guess, so much, like when I think about myself. But then I got, like into my late 20s and was like, I guess that like when I meet people now, I shouldn't say Soupy. It starts to feel weird as I'm getting older and like, but I can't have them call me Danny either because it feels so like personal.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what like my mom calls me.
Like even now, I'm like, hey, we've just met.
And so
I'm gonna call you by your nickname.
yeah, and so I tried Dan, and
Yeah.
I still do Dan, but like no one ever called me Dan. Like there was no one in my life that called me Dan until I was, in my like late 20s. Like I said, so it's like just so none of them really feel like me, and so I really don't really give a shit. Is I guess how I answer that.
Yeah. Like it's
I don't have a connection to any of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if
I have a connection to Danny, but you can't use it.
Right, exactly. It's like artists, like, I don't know, because you always have like stage names and all that, and it's like, I don't know if it's like the relationship between the name and the performer and the art and all that. I'm always like, I wonder if there's like a soupy reason behind that.
No, that's what people call me. It's what all my friends call me. It's what everyone introduced me as.
Yeah.
Just was the thing.
Well, we're at Riot Fest. You're playing today, Friday.
true.
You got a new record coming out, which we
Also
were
true.
talking about. The Hum Goes On Forever.
Hum Goes On Forever.
Which, as I mentioned, one of the best album artworks I've ever seen. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's the photographer's Brett Curry, and our friend Mitchell Wojcik had posted one of his pieces like on Instagram or something, and I was like, damn, this is so awesome. I love this guy's art. I followed his like shit. Like I was just like, I just liked all of his photos, and I always thought like, man, it'd be cool if this guy would like let us use some but he's like, he shoots for like A24 and like Stetson and like Leica. Like, there's no way we could afford this. Right. And so, but then one day he posted something that was like, hey, a band should use this photo for album art. It's not the one we're using.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, our last record was black and white, like the cover, so I don't want to use this one, but I would love to use some of your photo for album art if you want to talk about it. And he was like incredibly accommodating.
Wow.
Was basically just like, yeah, pick whatever you want. And so we made, like, myself and Matt Delisle, who did all the layout, all the typography, all of like that part of the art, made like a folder, like probably like 8 to 10 photos that we liked a lot. And he was like, yeah, run it, use them. So that's how it came together. So it's Brett's photos. Kelly Mason took the back cover photo, and then Matt Delisle did all the layout stuff.
Do you feel like, I mean, obviously, like, album artwork is such a major thing, but I always see, like, bands do sort of, like, nothing. Like, there's this new artist I saw who, like, I'm like, you made that up in, like, you have MS Paint up on your computer, and you made that album artwork, but, like, the connection that I have to a record based on the album artwork just feels so important.
Yeah, I always get really stressed out about album art.
Yeah.
And about, like, I have a lot of trouble, like, disaggregating a specific album's art from, like, how it fits within, like, the catalog.
Yeah.
Like, all of the Aaron West stuff, which is my other band, if you didn't know that. Oh, no, you said you did earlier.
I do, for the audience.
So all the Aaron West stuff is all shot by Mitch. It's all the same typeface. It's all the same, like, general layout, because I want it to be kind of, like, fitting together. But, like, with Wonder Years, like, every record is kind of its own thing, which I like. But then I get in my head about the fact that it's not cohesive enough, album to album, and I overthink it and freak the fuck out. So this time, I just said, hey, here are some really great photos, and here's a really great, like, visual artist who can, like, make it all work together.
Yeah.
And I kind of let them have a run at it.
So we've talked about the front of the album. We should also mention the music on the album.
There is some, yeah.
There's a couple songs.
Precisely 44 minutes of music on the album.
Song or two. Tell us about the record. Tell us about what went into this. Are we hearing stuff at Riot Fest today? Like,
yeah, I think we're gonna do 4. We have a long set today, so we're gonna do 4 new ones. Although some of them aren't that new anymore. We've been rolling songs out for fucking ever now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What do you want to know?
I mean, I guess, like, what does it go into a set when you have a new record out? Like, how do you balance, like, because you guys especially have been around for a long time and you have a large
We're
catalog.
ancient,
And I mean, it's Riot Fest. It's all nostalgia. It's all people who are like, yeah, I listened to this band when I was in high school and now I have, you know, a mortgage and kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's the fest. So, like, how do you balance out, like, playing the new stuff that maybe, like, people aren't used to yet? And I don't want to say advertising because that feels just too, like, robotic and markety, but you also have to, like...
Sure, like, you got to play the new stuff, you got to play songs but I think what's great about our fan base is that they care about the new stuff as much as they care about the old stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think that we're a very lucky band to have the fans that we do, and, like, they really seem, like, locked in on the new record. We've been playing some of the songs. They go over great.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, that was a weird lull in the set where we tried to, like, shoehorn in a new song to, like, tell people the record's coming out. They pop just like the other ones.
Yep.
What's hard about it is, like, learning to perform a song is a different task that can only be accomplished in front of thousands of people.
Yes.
Like, you can't, no matter how much you rehearse it, you will always sing it differently on stage in front of all these people. What they do is going to impact how you perform it. Right? Like, oh, I'm noticing they're singing this part. I'm going to give them the mic.
Yeah.
Or, like, I thought that they would sing this part, and they didn't.
Like,
and now the mic is hanging
like,
out here for no
okay.
reason. Right? Like, all of that shit has to come in. And physiologically, I'm going to sing it differently than I do in the studio. I'm hyped up, right? There's all this adrenaline.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm out of breath. Maybe it's halfway through a set. Like, it's just different. And it's kind of scary. And, like, you learn, like, oh, the more we do these songs, I'm noticing I'm always out of breath at this line. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask Matt to start singing it live.
Yeah.
Right? That happened in the chorus of I Don't Like Who I Was, that Matt always sings the second line of the chorus.
Okay.
It happened in Don't Let Me Cave In. Josh sings a line of the chorus. So I'm just out of breath from jumping around. I'm never going to carry it well. I'm never going to be where I want to be on the pitch, so I just give it to another member to take it off my plate for a second. You only learn that by doing it 50 fucking times.
And, like, if you're in the studio and you're singing, I mean, your songs have a lot of emotion behind them. They're very personal, it sounds like. So, like, do you feel like by bringing the other band members in live that it, like, takes on a different vibe than it would if it was you in the studio recording vocals there? Does it, like, open it up to, like, different interpretations as the live version rather than the album version?
Well, I do think that songs continue to evolve, right? Like, I don't think that our songs are like static pieces of art. I think that they are malleable and dynamic, and that like the live performance of them is another aspect of them, and like how a crowd reacts to it matters to the life and the story of that song. And like we sometimes alter things or change things or add things based on how they're reacted to live.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that way it's collaborative with the audience, which is like kind of a fun and interesting thing that is different from doing it in the studio.
Yeah, I can imagine like there's this like theory of like, you know, art is never finished, just abandoned. And so like having the like you go into the studio, you create a song so that everybody knows it, and then as soon as you take it out of the studio and you start performing it for an audience, it's another thing entirely.
Yeah, 100%.
So like that whole work that you've been doing in the studio, you're like, yeah, let's do something else now, and never like visit that same experience again from the studio. So we just saw you earlier this year at the album play show with our friend Save Face and great bands. It was a great show. We were just like, oh man, they have the full lineup of just great bands, and then they're just doing, I don't know how you do 2 albums in a row. That's just like, how are you?
I literally trained for it.
Yeah.
Like I literally was like on an exercise bike singing full volume while riding the bike to get ready for it.
Yeah. 'Cause I was like, man, he has a full night ahead of him, and he is going like nuts and jumping around and like, damn.
I need to do it again. That's okay. So I said that you can't learn how to perform songs in front of any other way.
Yeah.
And you can't, but the closest you can get is by replicating the onstage experience by exercising while doing it. And so that's literally what I do is like get on the, because then like you're finding out how you're gonna sing them breathless, like when you're like kind of panting and huffing and puffing. And I need to do that for the new songs. Like it's been like high on my priority list, but like my oldest kid was like done summer camp and hadn't started school yet. It was like, it's really hard to do that when you have 2 little kids in the house.
Of course, yeah.
Interrupting nap times by fucking screaming in the basement while on an elliptical. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, how do you sound? Do you have to like soundproof your house just so you can scream in the basement?
No, it's not
I'm practicing for my job.
Well, you know what? Wyatt loves it. My older son, like he's like he would just as happily stand down there and scream with me. So
that is also an interesting thing because we have a lot of like bands that have been around for a long time and have these songs and have gotten to a certain level of popularity, and then their kids are just like, Dad, I don't care. Dad, look, I got video games, I got other stuff.
Yeah.
Your band, you're cool, I don't care, whatever. But it sounds like your kid is at least like, no, my dad is awesome.
He really loves it. I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm trying to bask in it while I can. He really loves it.
Before he gets to like teen high school years and he's like,
and Jack is starting to like it too. He's almost 1 and he'll bounce up and down when it comes on. It's cute.
Is it like, because also there's a lot of bands that probably don't have music that their kids are like, yeah, you shouldn't listen to this. You know, maybe this isn't for you. I know your music is like pretty family friendly, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't have a problem with it.
It's pretty open to all audiences. I can't think of a swear right now.
A swear, they're all over it.
I mean,
literally the hook of Low Tide is I'm growing out my hair because who gives a shit.
I know.
I sent it to a video of my son singing that to my mom, and she was like, should he be singing shit? I'm like, I don't really care. Like that's not
it's in
like
the lyrics.
There are a lot of like important things that I want to teach him. Like I don't feel like that's like of the highest ethical priority is don't say shit. There are a lot of other things I'd rather him not say.
There's way worse shit that you can say
than shit. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, I wonder like sometimes with like more aggressive music, like we're here on the day of My Chemical Romance, and I'm like, well, is that something that like kids should listen to? Because remember when we were back in like the time period, it was like, yeah, we don't want kids listening to My Chem and.
I think that was some like fucking satanic panic bullshit, but it's not like it's not like they're listening to Pig Destroyer, right? Like it's.
But you can listen to that because you can't understand it. Like, oh, whatever. They could be saying anything. They could be saying like, me and my best friends are hanging out, going to get ice cream.
That's true.
Well, yeah, we got a couple minutes left here, so I want to give you a chance to like say, the album, where to get it, when to get it, all that kind of stuff.
It's out September 23rd. You can get it anywhere, pretty much. I mean, like, my preference is that you buy it. If you're going to buy a copy of it, buy it from your local record store. Yeah. I think that's cooler than getting, it's probably not a thing the label wants me to say.
We'll cut this out.
No, it's just, I was going to say, like, I'd rather you get it there than, like, Amazon, but I also understand, like, why Amazon is important to the label, and it's, like, but I think it'd be cool if you supported your local record store. Yeah. That would be where I would encourage you to get the copy if you want a copy. but it's also available for you to listen all the places you listen to music. All the DSPs, all of the YouTubes, and all of that. It will be, it will be hard for you not to find it. Wait, it would be hard for you to not find it?
It'd be hard for you to not find it.
It's going to be easy to find. That's what we're trying to say here.
Yeah. I had this idea yesterday that you should release a record on, like, the Nintendo eShop or something. Like, you can only listen to a record on Switch. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
here-
make it as hard to find as possible.
We only released this record on hit clips.
Yeah.
Or like 8-track or something. Yeah.
Like, just make it really difficult, just for the purpose of being like,
You
yeah,
need to
this is the only
find-
place to find
You
it.
need to find a laser disc
Yeah.
player in order to listen to this record. What was the one? It was in like the 90s. It was like a very short-lived, kind of like cartridge-based player.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
man.
remember it.
I remember like PSP and stuff
No,
that had
it
like
wasn't
the
a
mini
video
DVDs
game
and
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, I keep wanting to say it was like a Zune, but like that was just like Microsoft's
Yeah.
iPod. Damn.
I remember hit clips very, very clearly in my brain.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you want 30 seconds of a song that you just carry around with you on a keychain?
There
and
you
just
go.
have like this jangly thing off your side. You're
You
like,
can get
hey.
ones where it's like a toothbrush and you hear the song as you're brushing your teeth.
Oh yeah.
That's like a thing to encourage kids to brush their teeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can get the new Wonder Years record on a toothbrush
Only on
near
toothbrush.
you. Check
Enjoy
out your local
all
Nintendo
30
Switch.
seconds.
If you want to listen to the record in 33-second increments for 44 minutes, can be done.
It's for you.
It's like flipping a record, but you're like, oh, I gotta take out my hit clip.
Well, I think it's good if we do it on a toothbrush because we're encouraging people to brush their teeth for 44. Actually, that's probably bad. You're gonna brush the enamel off.
Hey man, I don't have any teeth after listening to Wonder Years' new record.
But it goes.
Dude, I cannot stop brushing my teeth. I am so fluoride. Well, Dan, this was awesome. Thank you so much. I know this is my first time in a weird little like festival section of just doing an interview. So thank you for being my first.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Thank you for hanging out with me.
All right. Talk to you later.
Emo Social Club. We're here, Riot Fest, day 2 with No Trigger. How you guys doing?
Oh man, very good. We're done playing.
We're done playing.
There you go. How did that go for ya?
Oh my god. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, probably one of the,
It was like one of our favorite shows we've ever played.
The whole
Sounded
good.
too. We thought we were pretty funny. And the crowd was insane. Like for 1 o'clock.
On a Saturday.
Afternoon.
Yeah,
Nice.
we've been
really good.
we've been looking forward to playing Riot Fest, and the vibes were real high. Every member of the band just walked off being like, "That was so fun."
Yeah, it was great.
So,
But now we're done.
yep.
Now you're done.
There you go.
So you're just chilling.
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 Vibing.
I had a little lunch before I came over here.
Yeah.
So that's, we'll see what the rest of the day
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Well, you guys are also opening for Fear. For one of
Yes,
the
I was just gonna
after
say we're not
shows.
done. We've got another show
Yeah.
tomorrow, which we're excited about as well. We're coming back to Reggie's, and yes, we're playing
Hell
with
yeah.
Fear.
There you go.
Yep.
Hell yeah. The new record, I just remembered the name. It's just stuck in my brain forever now. Dr. Album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never gonna leave my brain again.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
I think it's a good name.
It honestly.
It's memorable.
Yeah.
Very.
Memorable.
Yeah.
Now.
Now it's super memorable because I can't embarrass myself.
Oh my God.
So now I have to remember it so that I never embarrass myself. Dr. Album, do you want to tell us anything about it?
Shoot.
I know it just came out in August, so it's new, it's fresh.
It's fresh. Well, so I don't know. Dr. Album is our third full length, and we kind of took a lot of liberty with this one. We went off the deep end. We microdosed acid the entire time we recorded it, and that's I think it'll be clear if anyone listened to it that
Yes.
that's what happened. But I think we made one of our favorite pieces of art.
Yeah,
that we've ever.
that every member in the band was like a crucial part to.
Yeah.
Like
It was
a lot
very collaborative.
of very collaborative,
And,
a lot of creativity. Everyone kind of showing.
Tons of styles. You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Album.
You'll see.
Yeah,
You'll see.
You'll
it's-
see.
it's
When you
just
listen, you'll
there.
go, yeah, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
they were exactly right.
Well, and it's like one of your first albums since you guys have kind of like put out an actual album. The last time you put it out was what, in like 2012?
Yes.
2012.
About?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
10
how has
10
that
years.
been like?
We're an EP band, so
EP
anytime
only.
we kind of get
Love
to
it.
new material, we're just like, okay, we've got the EP, but during 2020, we've all had a lot of downtime and a lot of time to actually focus and put a lot more songs together, which we took our time with for sure.
Yeah,
And
we took 2 years. We wrote this fucking thing. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys, it's okay. You'll hear it soon. But when you do, you'll be like, yeah, they were right about all of that. It goes like from point A to fucking Z as far as spectrum of like types of music. I don't know. That's all I can say though.
Yeah.
You gotta really dive in.
That's more like what audiences seem like. Riot Fest, I think, has gotten more and more eclectic every year.
Very.
And so,
Coolio's here.
In every band,
Ice Cube is here.
You know?
I'm
It's
like,
great.
What am I supposed to do about that? Am I supposed to see it? Am I supposed to? I'm like, I don't know.
You're supposed to experience.
You got to
I'm gonna
experience
have an
it.
experience.
It's a chance to see it
Yes.
without even making any sort of effort.
Yeah.
It literally would be going over there. You're like, all right,
You know.
I'm watching that.
Now I'm just watching it.
That's what I'm doing.
Do you think that like eclecticism, is that the word? I'm gonna say it as though it's a word.
It's a new word.
It might be a word.
The eclecticism. God, I feel like I just invented a word, but I feel so bad about it. Do you feel like the more eclectic like style and putting more into music is just like more the way that people are writing music now?
Yeah,
I
we
think
went there.
We did.
We did.
And because it's so much. It's so different writing fucking music nowadays. You have all these tools. Like right now, we're like on a fucking like 17 different. But you can just go buy that at the fucking store. And so we kind of got a little more nerdy for us.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck it, we can write music without even having a drummer in the room.
True.
So you do that, and it's like, wait a minute, this is so easy.
It's a world. Yeah, it's a world that we've never kind of touched on, and everyone in the band did this round, which was really cool.
In 2022, people are hearing fucking Taylor Swift and everything ad nauseum, and those bands are doing it. So you have no choice but to make it as like rich and full and like different as you can, maybe. Or maybe that's just what we thought, and then we did that.
I mean, it makes sense that if you can go on Spotify and hit shuffle and you're listening to Taylor Swift and then you're listening to like a metal band, you know, it's like that's not ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
We're all into that.
Everything. Yeah, there's no rules anymore.
I'm basically a full-time DJ, so I play everything.
Oh, same.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
when I go home, I'm
He's
playing,
kinda famous.
you know, playing Pitbull, you know, and then
Love
it's like,
Pitbull.
but I'll do punk events as well.
Guys,
so it's
Bad
like,
Religion just showed up.
it's all
I
over
have
the
to
place.
leave.
Yeah.
Bad Religion just walked
tell
in.
them to
I can't
crash.
stay over here.
The alarm is going off.
They want to kill me.
My bad religion.
They want to kill me.
Fuck.
They want to kill
They
me.
do.
Oh.
No, anyway, I'm
Beef?
sorry.
Beef?
If you had to start beef with one of your favorite bands, who would it be?
Beef.
Yeah.
Oh God. One of my favorite bands, Beef. Oh fuck. It's kind of funny because during our set, I said, I already started Bad Religion Beef today.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring this up.
'cause
It's not
during-
about beef. It's kind of just funny.
Now,
During-
here's the thing. What did you say, though?
During our set, I said, oh, when we were just backstage with all of Bad Religion, and they
You guys
said
know
that
them?
they said that we were the punkest band playing Riot Fest. And I said, whoever they are. Like, I did, no, in a funny way. It was funny.
It's good.
It's a bit.
It's good.
They really said
But
that.
I
though.
lied. I didn't say, none of that happened.
Yeah.
So I kind of already did
We
the
played
beef.
2 awesome sold-out
Damn,
shows
they look
with
so
Bad
good
Religion
over there. It's
in
Bad
Boston.
Religion.
Yeah, I know.
Look at them.
It's
I know.
Bad Religion.
They're just,
Pick up everything. Let's go. Let's
yeah,
go
we gotta
crash
go.
it.
I'm kidding.
Well,
Okay.
don't forget, we did those 2 shows. Those were awesome. In Boston, we played with we did 2 sold out awesome shows with Bad Religion in our home area. So that was really fun. Yeah.
Well, do we have to like hide you guys? Should we put a
No, we're
like,
fine.
little blanket over
No,
you?
we're 100% fine.
I can't imagine that. I do imagine probably somebody was like, "Hey, Brett, this
Yo.
man just said some shit."
No, you just,
Yeah, we had a lot of eyes on us. We'll see what happens.
it's really not shit. Because
Yeah.
we
funny.
said that they said we're the punkest band.
Jesus
They
Christ,
did
and
say
they're
it.
right.
They're right. They
We
said
are
it.
the punkest
We're just saying.
band.
It's like not
Playing
beef.
today.
Yeah.
So
You should put that on shirts. We are, in fact, the punkest band.
Yeah.
And then, like, in the smallest text underneath, like, that place today. And then
Bad
you wear that
Religion.
every time you play a gig.
It's like I hate to make anything, you know, like, oh, it's a marketing thing or that, but it's like, you know, in a way, I want to like start beef with somebody just to promote myself.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, in this certain scene, it's like, yeah, that just is funny.
it's funny.
Like, everybody
It's
is,
so
like,
good.
yeah, everybody's
Everyone,
benefiting
no one
each other.
cares about really trying.
No.
They want beef.
Yeah.
They want drama.
Yeah.
So
if we think about
let's-
even last year when MGK was here and started beef with Slipknot, I'm like, we're pretty sure that's fake beef.
It's fake beef.
It's fake beef, and everyone's like eating that shit up.
Yeah, you gotta eat it. Yeah.
Could be.
Backstage drinking lemon.
Did you
delicious
ask
beef.
him?
Hey, do we all think?
Hey, Slipknot.
Hey, Corey Taylor, what's up, Bestie? Was this fake beef or not? Confirm or deny?
I think like the punk scene seems like it's so angry, but it's really just a bunch of people who like hanging out with each other. And then the metal scene is just a bunch of like, I don't want to say prissy bitches, but I'm gonna say I don't want to say that.
Who's starting beef now?
Anything else? Oh, I'll
Yeah.
start the beef. Like,
No.
I think that like metal kids just
What
like,
band
have
in
a lot
particular
of,
is a prissy bitch? Go.
like, I mean, I'm
Say, drop the name.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan, you
drop.
said
This is
it.
your
Come
show,
on,
dude.
Ryan. What's
This is
the
your
band
show.
that we're-
absolutely fucking love Slipknot, but goddamn it, Corey Taylor, just settle down.
Settle down.
You
Settle
don't
the
you don't need to
fuck
have so many
Relax.
opinions. You know, you could just be Corey Taylor, just sing your songs,
No,
and that's it.
Could we arguably say the worst of them all is actually Falling in Reverse, Ronnie Radke?
See, this is a world that we're not really. You know,
I know Ronnie.
I know.
Radke.
Yeah,
I'm a
but, like,
Ronnie.
You're a
fucking.
Ronnie-er?
Yeah. What?
You're a runner?
I don't know if I like that.
You're
No.
a Ronnie runner.
Yeah, I'm in the fan club.
What would we call No Trigger fans?
Once we get some, we'll let you know. when they're around, we'll ask them.
What you say?
I
the
can't wait
triggers? But that sounds like
to find
triggers.
one.
Yeah. the Triggerlings?
Sure.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I was going to introduce this episode, this chatting with you, and just being like, no trigger, the way I think every gun in America should be sold.
That's a headline.
So,
It's a real.
yeah, I mean, we get that a lot. Is it a gun or
Yeah.
is it like triggered? Like I don't know, man.
liberals.
I made it up when I was 18.
Yeah.
Here we are.
It
here
sounded
we are.
cool then.
Right?
Leave us alone.
We're literally at Riot Fest where everybody made shit up that they're playing to a
Everyone's
crowd
making it up.
18 years old.
It's all fake.
Everything's fake.
Everything's fake here.
God's a ghost.
Cloud's fake.
God is a ghost.
Everything's
God is a
fake.
ghost.
It's fake.
Yeah,
No, it's
this
not
is-
fake. Bad religion.
This is actually
They're
in the
over
news
there
that Bad
still.
Religion is fake.
They look so old. Do you know what I mean? Like real, like compared to what you think.
Of course.
Compared to younger
We've
people,
been
they are
watching
very
and
old.
following them since we were kids.
Exactly. Everyone here's so little.
I read the book over 2020. It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. You read it
Oh
too.
yeah, the Bad Religion book was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, I know the first time I ever saw Bad Religion was when my dad took me to my first Warp Tour.
Love it.
And that was
Nice.
like 2009, and I was like 13.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And my dad's like,
Wanna know
oh, I
when my
listen to Bad Religion too. I was like, oh, okay.
Cool,
When was your first Warp Tour?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hit him with it.
1997.
You ready?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
1997.
Mine was at least like 05, 06.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
to the second one.
Yeah. Okay.
See?
That's full,
Oh, or
though.
third one. I think it was the third time. One of the two. But yeah.
And I've seen Blink
I was
play
15.
with their original drummer, Scott.
Yo.
So
Wow.
there's a
Okay.
history
That's
lesson
a
for you.
flex.
That's
Yeah.
a flex. He's
It's a
been
huge
flexing that
flex.
to everyone.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's important.
As you
I-
should.
yeah.
It's important.
Well, I
It's
mean,
important.
You could flex even saying I saw them when they had Tom DeLonge into it.
No.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, that, yeah, I mean,
And did you see him?
Recent flex.
Yeah.
Have you
I
ever
never
seen
saw him
Blink with-
Tom? No, I saw him with
Wow.
Nat Skiba.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw Blink was at it was for the Lala after show at Metro. My friend and I
Oh,
got
nice.
tickets, which was sick as fuck. But I'd never seen them
Yeah, yeah.
beforehand.
No,
And I thought it was. I thought
So
it was
you probably
cool.
don't even
You're
know
young.
who
You're very
Scott
young.
is.
You're very young.
I know in general.
Scott
like,
recorded
yeah.
Dude
He
Ranch
was, yeah,
and
Dude
prior
Ranch.
Cheshire, like he was the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't even know
You
who
don't even know
Scott
who
is.
Scott is,
Wait,
probably.
Because I saw Scott.
But you guys know Bad Religion.
Yeah.
It's the emo social club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just
gotta
getting
know.
social
We're just getting
We're being
social.
social.
We're getting sad social and
Yeah.
making a club
And
out of it.
factual.
Yeah.
All right. What's you guys' kind of like favorite emo band? Like, what's the top on the emo social?
It's just, Bad Religion.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
They're so emo.
Blink-182, but only with Scott.
But only with.
Yeah. Scott.
Trying to sound flexy, but no. I mean, we were. My voice is gone from My Chemical Romance last
Yeah.
night. Just lost
Yeah.
it. But also because Alkaline Trio played right before them.
Yeah, that'll do
And
it.
my thought was like, I bet there's a bunch of 15-year-olds on the other side of this field watching Alkaline Trio, waiting for My Chem, and going, you know what? This band's all right. This band's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Well, it's great
Yeah, yeah.
because they've also been playing for so long. Like we
Yeah.
were listening to those bands when we were kids. You
Yeah.
know, like it's wild because the generations just keep,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
following right there with them. You know, when they're coming back, it's like
It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's also like, I mean, one of Lizzie's friends yesterday said, I think I'm too young for Taking Back Sunday.
Oh no,
and
that
it
was
just
one of
hurt
my
body.
students.
Well, not a friend, but
One
a
of my
young
radio,
person.
You have students?
Yeah, they're actually over there. I run a radio station here in the college radio station here
Cool.
in the suburbs, and I've been helping them with their press
So they're
stuff.
in college
They
now.
are in
Yeah.
college.
Gotcha.
They someone trusts me to teach college
Yeah,
kids.
but
It's
they don't
very
even listen
wild.
to Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
They said, I think I'm too young for Taking Back Sunday. I'm like, nobody is ever too young for Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, I have a funny Taking Back Sunday story.
We can start beef with them.
If you want
Did
to.
you
Emo Social Club.
What did you say about them on stage?
No, so we played Slam Dunk in the UK.
Oh, sick, yeah.
We played that once, and my buddy does sound for Taking Back Sunday.
Oh, shit.
And so we're backstage like this, and a whole group of people's coming one way, and I see my buddy, and I go, yeah! And I like put two hands up, and the singer of Taking Back Sunday is right next to my buddy coming this way, and he puts his hands up thinking I want to slap his hands, and I just deke him. I'm like, who the fuck?
Not you. Not you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not you.
I was like, no, just sound guy. I don't even know who that guy was. And then he told me.
And you're like, oh, he back
Yeah. I was like,
Freaked out on Zara.
I got him.
How does it? I feel like that's almost worse than like being like sup to somebody and you're like, no, not you.
No.
That one.
Yeah, it was
That one.
It was tricky. That happened though. It happened. That was real.
That was real. Well, we got you for 15 minutes, but obviously, you know, we're going to check you out. I'm going to listen to the record.
You gotta.
I'm going to do it now.
Legally,
Listen to the new
I
one.
can't forget the name of it now.
It's
Whatever
good.
it is, I can't forget.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it
I
was.
can't forget it.
Yeah, listen to Doctor album on your off time. Check out No Trigger for people listening at home. And I don't know. This has been great.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
it's been
guys.
great.
Well, thank you both
Thank
for hanging
you.
out with
The
us.
Emo Social. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been
Awesome,
nice.
guys.
Sweet.
Well, for his
Yeah,
portion.
we'll get into it. We'll do a quick little intro and then we'll start talking. It's Emo Social Club. We're sitting with one of my favorite bands, Foxy Shazam. The question was from Sky what my first Foxy show was, and I definitely wanted to get into this because it was at it was the Lollapalooza you guys played.
Hey,
But
we
I
were
didn't
just
get into
talking about
Lollapalooza.
that. Yeah.
I went to the after show at the old Angels and Kings, the Pete Wentz owned bar in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and you started with Evil Thoughts, and then immediately as you broke into Oh Lord, you jumped off the stage and kicked me right in the face.
Oh, a highly
I'm
likely
sorry.
I was like,
scenario.
this is the best show I've ever been to. This is incredible. I'm having the greatest time of my life.
Blood
So-
everywhere.
That's awesome, man.
So that's me saying I'm so complimented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got a Doc Martin straight to the face during Oh Lord. I'm crushing
Well,
it.
I'm kind of glad I get to tell you sorry all these years later,
It's
man.
fine. I've been
I'm
telling
sorry.
everybody that's the greatest moment of my life.
Oh.
And later, the guitarist also jumped on my head. So I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's my fault for being 6'1" and standing immediately in the front
Really?
of it.
I think we just gravitated towards you.
Yeah. I think that just
You were just like,
gravity.
this guy looks like he can handle it. Yeah.
That was that was
Catch
a,
me, catch me.
that was a great show though. I love that show.
We were just talking about Lollapalooza a second ago. It was there's something with Chicago festivals and Foxy Shazam though, where it's like a lot of times we feel like the outsiders. Like we show up and we do our thing no matter what. And like a lot of rock radio festivals and just festivals in general, it's like we're the oddballs out and like people are showing up and they're like, what is this? And like, but Lollapalooza and Riot Fest, there's something different where as soon as we walk on stage, it just seems like the crowd is there for it.
Yeah.
They're ready for it. They're already loving what we're doing. And I don't know what it is. There's,
Midwest, baby.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, Ohio, Chicago.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
that
we
energy.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You guys, I think that it's becoming less rare to hear music like yours at a festival. Like I remember, Warped Tour and all of these shows where it's like everybody's doing pop punk, everybody's doing that, and then you've got like the artsy band or the band's band,
Yeah.
and it's like everybody on the fest loves that band, but then the audience is like not getting it yet. And I think now, like obviously you guys just came back from a hiatus, and obviously it's everywhere.
Aw.
Whatever you guys are doing is like, yeah, this makes so much sense now. And I'm like, yeah, idiots, you didn't get it at the time.
We've been here, buddy.
It's been so good.
I think what really stands out to me is when I was in high school from like 2009 to 2012, there was a kid who would every single day for 4 years straight would stand outside on the corner across the street from our high school for like 3 hours, and he only danced to Foxy Shazam in his headphones.
Yep.
And his name was Dancing Andy.
Dancing
And
Andy?
he did that for entire 4 years of high school.
Should we invite him to dance on
I don't
stage?
know what his last name is, but all I know is that he worked in like science stuff. I don't know.
I just immediately thought of writing a song
Dancing
called
Andy.
Is it Danny or Annie?
Andy.
Dancing Andy. If Dancing Andy is out there, come, we'll have you dance on stage for a little bit.
Yeah. He had some sick moves. He would do it in the rain and the snow. He was dedicated.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Like you would wonder what was wrong if he wasn't there for like a few days. You'd be like, hey, is he good? Like, is he okay?
Where's Dancing Andy?
Everybody's worried about Dancing Andy.
But I am inspired by that, and I feel like that's going to be a great song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Dancing Andy,
like-
you have inspired us.
Yes.
Thank you, Andy.
If any of you guys on the west side of Cincinnati driven by when there's the Pikachu, you know about this? There's a full-grown man that dresses as Pikachu.
Oh my God.
That's like straight up raving. Like he'll be out there middle of winter for like 12 hours a day,
Oh my
just
God.
just like club dancing by himself on Queen City.
Is he promoting something?
No, he's just dressed as a Pikachu. He's just dancing as a giant Pikachu by himself, nothing around, no music playing. It's just you see like little earbuds and he's just dancing.
Wow.
Like every time I see the dude, I'm like, thank God, Dancing Pikachu
Yeah.
man is still out
Glad
there.
he's okay.
Yeah.
Thank God that there is sanctity in the world,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube last night, as you do, 2 in the morning, and I searched Foxy Shazam because I wanted to watch your videos. Friends staying with me for the weekend, and I'm like,
Nice.
we got to watch it. We're getting prepared. And there was a video from Justin Hawkins
Oh,
of
yeah.
The Darkness.
Yep.
And I've been watching his YouTube channel, as I
Oh, yeah.
used to watch the Foxy channel too, back when Church of Rock and Roll was coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
And you gave all this advice, and we'll get to that in a second because I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
ask questions about that too. But the video with Justin Hawkins just being like, everyone needs to know Foxy Shazam.
Yeah.
And I do feel like, yeah, that was just like a very like nice moment of like,
Absolutely. I mean, he's like one of our good
He's a great
friends.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked with us like right next to each other on Church of Rock and Roll. We did the record together in England, and like you know,
Yeah, we lived at his house. We played soccer with him for like a month and a half. Like, there's photos of us and like some of the Darkness dudes on a soccer team in Lowestoft, England.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. We ate Thai food once a week.
Yeah,
we went for runs every day. It was
we're
really-
definitely brothers, and like he's a. It meant that his YouTube channel is amazing. Like I just thoroughly entertained. So when he mentioned that, you know, it was just kind of like, thank you, universe. Thank you,
Yeah.
universe. Like, thank you, Justin.
yeah. I have been saying like YouTube is this sort of place where like I've seen like Dragon Force has a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel, and I'm like, there's opportunities here. And I remember back in the day when the Fox Shazam channel had just advice, and I don't remember what it was called. I couldn't find the videos last night, but all I remember is one where you were like,
Yeah.
credit cards are free money.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I've said that before, you know, and I still stand by that, you know. I still stand by that. And a lot of the advice I was giving was when I was young, you know. So sometimes I think back on that and I'm like, should I have been giving advice when I was
Oh my God.
19?
In a way.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
We got an Amberlin cameo. Now I'm freaking out.
We toured together a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They're still super tight. I watched a bunch of their set.
Steven from Amberlin is hugging the band.
Sorry,
See,
guys.
Brian was freaking out with you. I was just freaking out.
They're such a good band.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
literally, it'd been like 13 years. As soon as I saw them, I got kind of choked up because I was like, I've missed you guys. You're like, they're all
Yeah.
such good guys.
Like now that every band is like kind of getting back together, not for the right reasons, I think. I'm like, if the pandemic taught us anything, it's like, hey, we should all hang out with our friends a lot more and do shit we love to do a lot more.
Yeah.
How does it feel to like now be back in this scene and everybody's back together? Everybody from the old days is like doing this thing again. Like, how does it feel?
Crowded. I'm just kidding.
We should have signed up and made it consistent and different. Spread it out.
No, it's. I mean,
people need joy.
We're going for it. Yeah.
People need joy. Like, people's lives need happiness and joy, and like bringing that to people on the road is more important now than it's been ever before, right? Like,
we made it through something together.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now it's like blast off. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we're blasting off everybody. Like, musically, I don't know any other world, you know, like, because like when the pandemic happened and stuff, everybody's like, yeah, we feel like we're free falling, and I was like, I've been free falling my whole life. So like, we're ready. We didn't stop. We just kept going.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah, we put out a record in 2020.
We didn't play shows.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's one thing where it's like now, boom, everybody's got a chance to just go for it, and like, feels like a new start.
But it does feel crowded, but I also think like I'm broke because of all the festivals. I took your advice. I have massive credit card debt. So I just have all these festival tickets, and I'm like, cool, I get to see all the bands all at once in a day, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is crowded though.
Well, yeah, but that's a good thing. I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I think I like the fact that like we're back, man. And I don't mean that by us. I mean that by everybody.
Yeah.
Like, we can be here with you. We can be
there
at
were,
Riot Fest. We
there
can
were
be
thousands and thousands of people having fun with us together, like a couple hours ago. It was
like
incredible.
Like you said, we need that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Humanity
everybody needs that.
Everybody needs joy,
Yeah.
happiness. You never know what someone's going through in life. And like mere moments of something that's just fun. Just getting together and having fun with people, it's like you need that. Like lives are hard and complicated, and something like groups of people getting together, loud music, it just brings you together.
Yeah.
So I am very grateful that we get to do that, and I'm grateful that fans are coming to it. I'm grateful for the chance to play festivals like this.
And then we can all go home in our own space and take a little time by ourselves.
Yeah. It does feel like it's good to just get a summer, get it out, and then just be like, cool, I'll see you in May.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the winter off. I guess I did see you guys in like February or something though, so.
You saw us at the
Concord?
Concord. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man,
Yeah,
I love
did
that.
a little video, like recap of the show, and I was like, oh, this is everything I wanted. Again,
Oh, my
Thank you
out,
so much.
know?
I've been trying to find video of that show, so please send me something.
I will
be
link
awesome.
it to you.
Yeah, we'll send it to Tom, and then
Cool.
we'll
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we've been working with Engagency.
Engagency.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
it is,
We
yeah,
love
through
them.
that. So,
Yeah, they've been able to connect us with like
yeah.
Under Oath and
They're
some
great,
other
yeah,
bands.
they're great.
We're like, hey, do you
Also,
want to go see Fox
crazy.
Shazam? I'm like,
Yeah, I
Shut
know,
your
like, yeah,
mouth.
that's one of Brian's favorite bands. Like, he can go.
I'm like, fuck, I
Thanks.
gotta go. And it's also insane how the energy has stayed exactly the same from like, I don't know, 2008, 2009, 2012.
When we were in our low 20s.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, this full circle with the pandemic and everything, like, nothing matters. We will always be what we are.
Yeah.
Even in hard times and good times, like, all that stuff. We are something I'm really proud of this, is that we just keep doing it, because the same way, maybe better, you know, like better and better. Because like, I don't know, it just is what we do. So we're not faking it at all. It's just there. And like, it doesn't go away, it just gets better. And it will always be that way, you know.
Foxy Shazam will be Foxy Shazam. Right?
Yeah.
Surprising nobody.
Yeah.
And everybody.
We talked with. No, you say something. We talked with Chris from Under Oath, keyboardist, who just bending.
Goes
and
the
just
hardest that
going
I've ever
so
seen
hard.
someone on a keyboard.
Have you ever gone to a doctor and had them say, hey, you're looking okay after your accident, and going, no, I'm just in a band? That is literally what he said. Like, his doctor's like, hey, you're healing well after your car accident. He's like, no, I'm the keyboardist in a band.
Probably all of us have gone through something like that.
What band did you say?
Under Oath.
Under Oath. Okay. Yeah, that dude, like, I remember, oh man, his like, you remember him, his stage show?
I haven't seen it in years.
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I always
we
remember.
We just saw them like earlier this year, and I was like, Brian, this dude's going fucking ape shit.
I'm like,
I love it.
I respect it too, because the body thinks.
Yeah.
But you get smart keep track of the way.
Also, I gotta be honest, like, and you guys are being modest, but you're in on this too. But like, it takes a lot of work. Like I run 8 miles. I wanna smoke, but I don't.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take care of yourself, and like, I don't know. I'm not trying to
like a
get
solid
into that,
month
but
before a tour, if you don't prep to be able to do what we do, you won't be able to do it.
yeah,
Like,
and that's kind of a secret. Like, like that's a big thing for me.
And usually, one of the big things, in order to do what we do, it's a lot of rehearsing. We play together a lot. So that, like, the playing part is just in our bodies. We can't mess up, right? Like,
because
can't,
we practice so much.
Before the first tour back, we did 2 months of 9 to 5, rehearsing all day, every day. And so, like, when we get back together, it's in our bodies. So, like, before a tour, like, we roll on stage, like, having fun on stage is the reason you do this. If you're not rehearsing enough to where you know you're going to nail it, it's hard to have fun on stage, right? Like, if you're worried about playing right in front of thousands of people, it's a totally different ballgame than if you're just like, we got this, and then just like, and then just make it to the other side and have a great time.
And then you let anything go, any thought of anything, and then especially the thought of like messing up.
Yeah, throwing it all away and changing something mid-set.
Yeah. Like, nothing can go wrong.
Guys, we're at time. I just am freaking out. So
thank you for having us.
We'll get some more hugs after this.
I do want to give you a chance, if there's anything you want to like shout out or promote or anything like that, like obviously the new record, and please stay doing shows so that I can come and anybody else can come to them.
There's a new record now. There'll be a new record later. Like, we already got a bunch of new records. Like, just keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Thank you for having us.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for talking with us.
You're getting a hug right after this.
Fuck.
All right, we're here live at Riot Fest, and we are here back with our friends, the Juliana Theory, but in person. So how are you, my
Good.
dude?
Excellent. It's nice to meet in person instead
know,
of over
right?
Zoom meetings.
This
so.
is actually, I think, the only interview we've had this weekend with somebody we haven't met in person, but we basically had a Zoom meeting with.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
awesome.
this is my coworker who I've been working with through the pandemic, and now I'm like seeing you in person for the first time at the office.
I just had that situation come up, like my other job, and I just met like all these people for the first time. It's weird. Yeah.
Is this? It feels like this might essentially be the same. It's just your office is a field.
Right. Right.
Your job is playing guitar.
Yes.
You're here. I mean, obviously the reunion, the everything coming back into the world of Juliana Theory.
Yeah.
I don't know what I wanted to say there. I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. It's all happening. It's all rolling.
It is all
you
happening.
did the tour with Dashboard.
Yep.
How was that?
It was amazing. We just got off that, like, it seems like it was just a couple days ago. I guess it was a little less than a week now. So our last show was in Arizona with Dashboard and Andrew McMahon. Then we played the Andrew McMahon birthday show in Orange County the day after. So it was amazing. It was honestly, it was probably one of my favorite tours of all time.
Yeah.
Like, every single person on the tour was incredible humans. They were just like not a jerk in sight. Like, yeah, even like just Chris and Andrew, they were just like hanging out all the time, and We had a blast.
Yeah.
We wish it could be longer, but for sure.
It's a very cool, like, I mean, obviously, Dashboard's still been doing it for a while. Andrew McMahon has had a number of different bands, but
Yes.
it does feel like the Warped Tour scene, the Warped Tour kind of, like, vibe to having these bands, like, back together, doing that tour together was very, like, very cool. We obviously didn't come through Chicago, so we didn't get a chance to check it out.
Oh, that stinks.
I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got like an email from Jason at Engagency, and he was just like, hey, we have these dates, and we were like, well, we'd have to travel somewhere, and we just could not figure it out
It's
with
like
both of our
LA,
schedules. And I was like, bruh.
West Coast to see you guys, and then East Coast to see Armor for Sleep on the same
Armor,
tour.
yeah.
I'm like, well, we want to go to all of it, but when are we going to get out there? And
So
then
the
we're, like, seeing
Cartel
you
didn't come here
Yeah.
then? Oh,
And it was like, because Dashboard did Lollapalooza, and then you guys are doing Riot Fest. So I think it's just like,
I think it just broke it up
yeah,
now.
that's
And then
right.
Armor for Sleep, when we talked with them, they're like, I don't know why we're not at Riot Fest. We're like, that's a good question.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the reunion, Riot Fest is the place for the reunions, getting back together, releasing new music. So
It is.
that's, a good reason why you're here.
Right.
And like you said, you're spending the couple days here. You're here today, but you play tomorrow.
Yes.
So you're just hanging out.
Yeah, well, it was like, so when we got offered to do it, it was definitely like almost a dream come true because I never got to go to Riot Fest. I'm living in Pennsylvania, and I've been following the lineup for years and years. And then this year, Sunny Day got announced, and I was like, oh my god, I hope we can get on Riot Fest. And lo and behold, we got it. So I'm like really, really, really excited to see Sunny Day Real Estate. So I'm like, beyond excited. So
Is that something you can do where you're just like, yo, we want to play Riot Fest, but we want to be on this different day than like this band?
No,
so that we
it
can...
just like we got lucky, and and Sunny Day is obviously way bigger than Juliana Theory, so we figured we wouldn't be playing at the same time.
Sure.
That being said, we are playing tomorrow. Like I was all excited to see Jawbox, but Jawbox is playing at the same time we are, so that's kind of a bummer. But Jawbox, I think they've been playing more shows lately, so I'm hoping I can see them. Sometime. Yeah.
Just won't be in Chicago, but that
Right.
helps you because you don't live in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you definitely have options. But like with that, last time we talked about, again, the tour, you coming back, and, what do you guys have coming up with just music or anything else that people can start to get excited for?
Yeah, so we have a lot of things in the works. Nothing, it's written in stone at the moment, but we do have a lot more music coming. We do plan on playing more shows in 2023. This year it was just weird. We wanted to play more shows, but I think like every single band is on tour this year.
Yes.
So it was hard to figure in like certain cities. And even on the Dashboard tour, and Dashboard and Andrew, there was like 2 to 3 bands playing in every city every night. It was like crazy. Sometimes even more than that. So yeah, next year we plan on hitting the road more, releasing more music, and yeah, basically super excited about that.
So I guess that's the thing is every band is on tour this year.
Yes.
I mean, the pandemic hit, but also, and we talked to Foxy Shazam yesterday, who also came back from a hiatus. And it's like, yeah, all these bands are coming back. And to me, it feels like it's a reunion because the pandemic taught us like we should do things we love with the people we love,
right?
And do the things we're passionate about because life is short and we realize that.
It is.
But also that means that 2022 comes around, touring comes back, and every band is back on the show.
I know, like everybody came back.
Yeah, but it also seems like it's more permanent. Like it's not like bands are like we're doing a few shows in 2022 and then we're gone again.
Right.
It feels like Juliana Theory is going to be sticking around and not just like a flash in the pan reunion and then we're gone again.
Yeah, like last year, I guess with the pandemic wouldn't have happened, we were going to play the Emotion Is Dead shows and then release new music. It's just everything the way it worked. We released new music and then played the Emotion Is Dead shows. And now this year we're playing, like that, promoting new music, which is nice. So pandemic definitely screwed stuff up a little bit, but also it helped, I think, to your point, for sure. Like, I think fans were excited to, like, do things and reconnect with old friends.
Yeah.
And just, like, rekindle that old magic, from way back when.
And it seems like the fans are, like, absolutely stoked for it. Like, this weekend's been crazy here for every band, kind of.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's like, I think there's just, like, more than the bands wanting to get back together and do it, the fans are like super fucking ready for it.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, if the tour went well, I'm assuming it's going to be good tomorrow in Chicago too.
I hope so. Knock on wood. Yeah, it should be.
I mean, get everybody
We
out who
always
hasn't
like
been able
playing
to see 'em.
Chicago, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder if it's like you're being nice. Like Chicago can't be your favorite stop of the tour every time, you know?
I mean, I like coming here. I've always liked Chicago. Like we played I remember back in the day we played like the Metro on the day Love came out, and it was like a sold out show. We were actually on tour with something corporate brought out like a cake and champagne on stage and stuff. And Chicago's always been fun. I've always liked it. Even back in like I think in the late '90s we played like the Fireside Bowl a few times.
Yep.
And, yeah.
The legendary venue that we were too young to go to
Yep.
at the time,
Oh, yeah.
and then shut down right as like when My Chem and other Taking Back Sunday and bands like that played there.
I
and
mean,
it's
you can
cool.
still bowl there.
Yeah.
So there's that. You can still, it's still open, so you can
They
go
just don't do
bowling.
shows, yeah.
Okay.
Which like that, I guess, bands should reunite. Bands should get back together and do shows. I don't know if venues have the same like kitsch about it. Like if Fireside reopened as doing shows, I don't know if people would be like, oh man, remember like Rise
Probably
Against
not,
played there.
right.
It's not the same.
Right.
Because Rise Against isn't going to play there now.
I was excited when we played the Fireside Bowl the first time. I was excited because Screeching Weasel, growing up, was one of my favorite bands, and inside cover of Boogada Boogada Boogada, they're all naked bowling at the Fireside Bowl, and I was like, oh sweet, this is where that picture was taken. It's like that. So.
That's so wild. The first and only time I was able to see Screeching Weasel was when they were on that random tour with Bowling for Soup.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was at Concord, I was front row, and I was like, this is the weirdest lineup because it was the Ataris, Bowling for Soup, and Screeching Weasel.
Yeah.
And to me, that seemed like weird, but I was like, oh, maybe in hindsight, that's like would work.
Do you feel like, because some of the lineups now have to be, like obviously you did a lineup that's mostly nostalgia. This is mostly a nostalgia fest. There's some new artists, but it's mostly nostalgia. Like I'm not super nostalgic for Youngblood yet.
Yeah.
Right.
But
they do a good job like mixing it up, I feel like.
Yeah. There were too many 15-year-olds here last night, but that's okay. For my chem, I'm like, yeah, do you, but
That's a good sign though that the 15-year-olds are into it, It's like
they so my chem played right before or Alkaline Trio played right before My Chem. And I'm like, there's got to be kids that are like watching another band and see like this, band that's been around for longer than the band they're here to see, and they go, you know what? It's pretty okay. I like this. This is fun.
Right.
And it's like that's the opportunity that you get here, and like playing a show where it's like, oh, we know the headliner, they're big, and they brought out like bands they knew from 15 years ago.
Right.
And now you have that chance to like teach the new kids.
Right.
The new
generation.
The new generation of
I felt so old saying that. I felt disgustingly old.
Oh no, Brian.
Well, just keep in mind, if you say you're old, that makes me feel even older because I'm probably like 10 years older than you guys, if not more.
Well, I'm how old? How much older am I than you?
I think like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, so I'm already almost 10 years older than her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's it's a graduating scale, but it does feel like this fest is now having to like appeal to both people who are like in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and also like just out of high school, still in high school to like sell tickets to. It's like
right. I mean,
don't know.
Seven Sex is playing right now. They've been around since what, like
forever.
I think the late
I feel.
80s. I think. Bad Religion too.
I think Beer was here earlier too, and they've been around forever.
Right.
So.
Right.
Which is, I mean, that's how it started, but it's also, I don't know, it makes sense to have like the new bands, Jaden, Youngblood, and then also just like the reunions, the nostalgia. We were back here during Get Up Kids, so we didn't get to see that.
I did see them. They were good.
Yeah, we had to miss it, but it's I don't know, it's just interesting. I've been like thinking about nostalgia, which is just, again, I feel very old. Let me sit and ponder nostalgia for a while.
Oh my God, Bestie.
I don't know. It's like I like that the old bands that I was into in high school are now back together and I can go see them. And then I'm also like, yeah, I hope that these kids like these bands that I was into in high school, and it matters to me.
It does, yeah. And I hope it can continue. Like us, I like to not think of us as a nostalgia act because we are releasing new music, and I feel it's it's new, it's fresh, and I'm hoping that the kids can see it that way too. You know. So.
Yeah.
Who do you think, when the next tour you go on, if you are headlining, what would kind of be like a lineup that you would want to curate? Like, who would you want to put on the bill with you?
I have no idea.
Just play for 3 hours.
That is a good question. I think ideally we do some more support tours because they're a lot of fun. They're no stress. Like playing a half-hour set is like the easiest thing in the world. There's like no pressure on you and everything. So, but we're open to everything. I don't like, there's a lot of newer bands that I really like. Like I love Charlie Bliss. I'm hoping I can see them at the Metro tonight with Jimmy World. My other band played with them a couple years ago in Pittsburgh, opened for them. It was nice. There's like a band out of Australia called Wax, who I really love. I don't know. There's so many bands putting out good music.
It's true. Do you think that music has gotten better over time?
That's a tricky question.
It's a very vague question, but I'm like...
it's hard to say because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's slightly diluted, but there are really good things out there. Like, you just have to find them, but...
Yeah. It does feel like, even with so much noise, the good shit still rises to the top.
It does, yes.
That seems like a positive thing.
Right.
A lot of people seem like very, down about music right now. I'm like, it's probably the best it's ever been.
I was down a few years ago, and then all of a sudden I just started discovering all these new bands and stuff, and they would pop up on Spotify playlists and everything, and say all which one about Spotify, they should pay artists more or whatnot, but it is an awesome way to find new music too. So
yeah,
you gotta take with the good with the bad there. So.
Yeah. What's one that stands out to you that you're really vibing with that you found?
What?
What's one band that you found, either through a Spotify release radar or a playlist that's you're really vibing with that you feel
right
stands out for you?
Let me look, because my mind is
or the TikTok algorithm,
blank,
I guess too.
Yeah.
Let me think of who. The band Mama and their album Household Name.
Oh yeah.
That's one I found. I love that record. I've been listening to it nonstop. Snail Mail too.
Love Snail Mail.
I love her cover of the Super Drag song. I listen to it almost daily. And then there's I don't typically like heavy music, but there's a band called Brutus.
Oh, I've heard of Brutus.
That I really love. They're heavy. They're like a trio from, I can't remember if it's Denmark or Sweden or Norway. One of the countries.
One of the metal countries.
One of them over there.
Yeah, but they're heavy in a way that Cave In is. Not
okay.
not metal.
Yeah.
Metal, but.
Well, last question for you. Have your kids come around and thought, no, he is cool now for doing all these cool shows, and now the band's back together?
Sometimes, my oldest, sometimes. Although I get made fun of on the daily, which is fine. I posted up an Instagram reel today of me doing a cartwheel on stage, and of course I immediately got a text from my wife saying my 7-year-old, she's in gymnastics, she's like, my cartwheels are way better than my dad's. So I was like, yeah. So I get hammered all the time. So.
And that's the humility that we all need in our lives.
Yeah. You're like, wow, I just did the second set, and then you open your text message, and you're like, I can do that better than your dad.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yep.
Well, amazing. Thank you so much for being on again.
Yeah,
obviously, we're going to be checking you out tomorrow.
Awesome.
And at any time that we can.
Sweet.
Every time you're in Chicago. So thanks again for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll see you at work on Monday.
Yeah.
Zoom calls,
Yep.
And we'll be back to the online hustle.
Yeah.
Back to Zoom and Teams and whatnot.
Back to Zoom and Teams. Sick, man.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, thank you.